You just signed the paperwork for buying a beautiful new home in Greenville or Winterville, North Carolina.
Now I want you to imagine this. The moving truck is packed. You're ready to start your new life. And you're like me, you have kids. So your kids might not be able to start on Monday morning. So really, that is what we're going to have this video to be about. Because most families moving here in 2026 see the hardest part about closing is not really buying the home. It is navigating how to get your kid enrolled in school. And it has changed in the past 2 years. So that is really what this video is about.
Exactly. Therefore, if you don't know the 2 Monday rule or how a single missing utility bill could stop you from registration of your kid to be on track, that's what we wanted to talk about, because that's going to mess up whole the plan that you have moving to the area and sending your kids to the school that you love to be in.
So today you're going to talk about our 2026 school survival guide, and who knows, maybe it changes again, but we're going to cover dates, dates you can't afford to miss, hidden scholarships that you might be looking for if you're thinking about private education, and how to make sure that the yellow school bus, if you are going public, actually shows up to pick your kid up when you are buying this new home on day 1. So before we get into the how-to, we want to remind you that we are real estate agents, so our job is to give you the facts, and it is your job to make the best family choices for your family. So we provide the map and you do the driving of where you want to be.
Exactly. Therefore, let's talk about what is those steps that you need to be aware of and how to do it. And then we are here to give you that whole information that you can work on your schedule and see how exactly this works for you. The first thing that is the most important part is the central enrollment portal. Therefore, in 2026, that is the first major things that you need to be aware of. And the dates that you need to circle in red in your calendar for 2026 is going to be May 1st of 2026.
This is when Pitt County School Enrollment portal officially opens for the 2026-2027 portal, and this is for grades 1 through 12. So in the past year, you might have walked into, in years past, you walked into the school with paperwork, but in 2026, everything has to be online. So we need to have our online PDFs ready to go. And if you're using the portal, you're using your home address, it should be automatic with what your kids are assigned to. But if you're moving into a new home, this is what most of our clients are, you have to have a timeline ready to go.
Exactly. But here is the secret. For high school students that they have classes like honors or AP courses, they fill up first fast, super fast. And if you wait too long for those specialized elective, you might be already missing because they fill so fast and there's no capacity for your basically your kids to register in those courses.
So the earlier you get to that May 1st deadline, the better your chances of getting the kids scheduled that you're looking at and you want them to have. Now, it's not just log in, say I live here, you actually have to prove it, and that's what this next part is about. And a lot of people, especially when you're buying a brand new home, the 2-proof residency standard can be a bit of a problem when it's brand new home. So what kind of the 2 types of evidence that you need?
Exactly. Therefore, the first, as my wife said, you need 2 verification of your address to be registered. The first one, which is the primary proof, is usually your signed closing disclosure, or they call it CD, from your home purchase or a notarized rental agreement. What is the second one?
And now the second thing you need, besides that you just bought this home, is some sort of utility verification. Specifically, electricity, gas, utility, water, that is less than 30 days old. Now this can be a bit of a trap if you're buying a home that's already existed, someone else who might have kids that already have there. And this can be the moving day trap. So if you just bought the house and you don't have obviously you don't have the utility bill yet, so what do you have to do? You have to show up.
Exactly. In this case, you often work orders showing that you already ordered your utility,
so
when is going to be turned on, or even an automobile registration with the new address that you're moving into.
So you can see the day before you're going onto the websites one way or the other. So without these 2 proofs, the systems will not let you finish registering, which means you would meet your date. Now, if you're on the other side and your kid is just starting kindergarten, like my niece, the rules are a little different. To start schools in August 2026, you have to be 5 years old before the August 31st deadline. And that is a hard deadline set by law. You can't just go changing your birth certificate like in other countries. You actually, birth certificates matter here, and you need your official birth certificate that cannot be changed.
Exactly, and this one is a hard line by the state of North Carolina. If you were born here in Pitt County, North Carolina, and you can get that local register of the deeds, that could be also another thing that you need to pay attention. If they were born elsewhere in North Carolina, you can often order it online through the state central system.
And if your kids were like me, born in different states, you have to follow the state rules and make sure you have a copy. And different states have different rules. My kids were born in 2 different states, and neither one of them in North Carolina. So we were moving a lot at the time. So kindergartens also need, when they are registering for school, the North Carolina health assessment and their immunization records. This means when you have 30 days from the first day of school to get these in. So you don't need it for the registration, but if you miss that deadline, the school is required by law to send your kids home until they get a doctor's visit is finished. So you don't want to kind of get all this done and then have your kids sent home because you didn't send them to the doctor. And it's much easier to send them to the doctor in the summer or the spring before. That way there was no rush and you have time to get that.
Exactly. Now let's talk about a massive change that happened recently in the state of North Carolina called the Opportunity Scholarship Expansion. And this is actually a game changer for the year 2026. In the past, only certain family could get help paying for a private schools. But what about now?
And to be honest, we use this ourselves for our own kids. So not now, every single family in North Carolina, regardless how much income you make, is eligible for the scholarship that you pay for the private school tuition.
I mean, helping, not fully.
Well, it depends. There's 4 tiers.
Exactly.
In the 2026 tier 1 is the highest. They're going to pay $8,000 per year. And the tier 4, with those with the highest incomes, are still receiving $3,574 per child. And these kind of numbers are nice little savings because let's be honest, at $3,500, that's a trip somewhere, right? So you have a way to look at things or pay your bills or whatever you want to do. So this is a way people change for shopping for houses, because sometimes we've seen it to where people buy a home near the private school that they want to send their kids to because they know that the state is going to help cover the cost. So they're not looking necessarily for the public school zones anymore. They are, because of the North Carolina rule, looking at where closer to that private school.
Exactly. Just remember, receiving the scholarship doesn't automatically enroll your children in those private schools. You still need to apply and get the admission to the school itself.
And also want to say that if you are looking for the next year, this deadline for the applying has already passed. It was in February. They might still be accepting late-in, but they've already started sending out award letters to people.
Exactly. Therefore, now also priority application window for 2026 actually closed in the early March, no? And if you are moving now, you can still apply on a rolling basis, but the awards are only given out if the funds still are available. Which
they still might be. I would still definitely keep applying if that's your choice of what you want to do. And if you're not looking for private schools and you don't necessarily want the public school that you're assigned to, well, you might want to look at the charter schools. That's just a third option. Places like Winterville Charter Academy or the Beargrass Charter are tuition free, and they do not have specific zones, and anyone in the county can apply. But because so many people want in, those places use a random lottery system. So if you're moving into Pitt late summer, those schools typically have a very long wait list. So it's very important to kind of have these things in your mind when we're making the decision of what house you want to buy, because your address might not necessarily guarantee a spot in what you're choosing to do with your life.
Exactly. Now let's imagine you have finished this portal that we were talking about, and you have up for the public school. You have uploaded 2 proof of the documents for the residency, and your child is set for your classes. Now, how they get there? In Pitt County, North Carolina, we use a tool called Web Query. What is Web Query?
Basically, you go online. It's like an online system. You go online, you type in your address, you tell it where the nearest bus stop will be and what time the bus will arrive. And here is the 2-Monday rule that we mentioned at the beginning. Bus routes are not updated instantly. They're not updated the second you enroll your kid. So if the transportation department normally pulls new data on Wednesdays and updates the routes every Friday. So if you enrolled your child on a Thursday, you will not be on that Wednesday's data, which means you will have to wait 2 Mondays to be officially on a list for a bus to pick up your kid. And if you really need that yellow school bus to pick up your kid, well, that's a very important thing to know. So you have to have a plan for driving them to school until they get onto the bus system. But once they are assigned a bus, you get an app called the EDU Ed Log Parent Portal.
Exactly. It uses basically a real-time GPS to show you exactly where your children's bus is on that map. And we can even send you a notification when the bus is getting close to your stops, which is important. And finally, we want to talk about family that they are in transition.
So sometimes the move does not go perfectly, and sometimes your house sold faster than you expected, and you haven't been able to move into the house. Maybe the buying of the house hit a delay for some reason, and now you're staying with relatives until you get the keys to your new home.
And if you don't have relatives like us, you're staying in the hotel or Airbnb.
Which is what we did. So there is a federal law that you need to know called the McKinney-Vento Act. Under this, Pitt County Schools must enroll your child immediately, even if you do not have two proofs yet. If they can even provide transportation to keep your kids in their original school of origin if they were already in Pitt County, where they were attending, even if that is going to be temporary. This means that your kids are going to be going to school at the same place during a stressful move. If it is from out of state, you still have to kind of register and then deal with it there. So moving to a new home is a huge story, especially when it comes to families and schools, and the school system is a major story and transition that you need to know about. And our job is not to be a source of stress. Our job is to give you information so you can keep it simple.
Exactly. Therefore, that will show you exactly basically what we wanted to give you, the information, and I hope you use this information that helps you to move transition very smoothly to Greenville or Winterville, North Carolina. Anyway, we are here, Alan Victoria Pino, real estate agent in Greenville and Winterville, North Carolina, and we love to connect with you. If this is the decision and you wanted to move to the area, we wanted to be the person that you call or make an appointment with. And don't forget to look at all of our playlists here to everything about the area, Greenville, Winterville, and everything in Pitt County, North Carolina. And don't forget to subscribe in our channel. We love to connect with you, and see you next time, guys.